even more. They are a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Ilyasova. Johnson, he's checked in for Morris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Caldwell Pope.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And he gets the bucket. 6 points for Reggie Jackson.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Kanter kicks to Augustine. Back to Kanter. Here's Waiters. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And the basket by Morrill.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Passes to Dinwiddie. Johnson kicks to Dinwiddie. Left side Jackson. Beyond the arc. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And it's 9 points for Reggie Jackson. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Heat.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, you've got to play the entire 4 quarters. I mean, they played well for 3.5 quarters, and that's just not enough. You can't expect to win if you don't play a full game.
Here's Kanter. A free-flowing.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. P.J. Augustine out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Kanter in at the 5 down low.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Durant with another miss.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right, Marvin Hill. I know. I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
And for the Pistons, a lot of their woes here at home were due to defense. I mean, their 18-23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2-13 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16-10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams comes in for Enes Kanter. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Augustine. Johnson can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's Roberson. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Roberson's got his first 2 points. Here's Blake. He's covered by Westbrook. Blake kicks to Tolliver. Pass to Baines. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And now here's Durant. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And again, Oklahoma City running the court in transition. Kicks it to Adams. It's deflected. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Johnson. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
6 to shoot. Westbrook. Here's Roberson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Roberson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
You can see where the Pistons rank in the league stats over these last 10 games now. Second in fewest turnovers per game. Second in second chance points. And they also show up as a top 5 rebounding team.
And you gotta love how well they safeguard their offensive possessions. You see the ranking, second fewest turnovers committed, terrific ball handling, and smart passing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Morris comes in for Johnson. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Steve Blake.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Augustine's checked in. Now here's Waiters. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. That one goes. Count it. Morrow's got his second basket of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
It's stolen. Now Detroit moving it up.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Here's Waiters. And the shot falls short this time. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Detroit, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And the second free throw, good. The Thunder leading by 7. It's tipped. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Stolen by Kanter. And here's Morrow outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
That one is no good. And he nails the third. Now here's Jackson. Got it off in time. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so that's the end of the first half. Thunder lead by 9. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here in the
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And the approach in that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The big men, Tolliver and Drummond. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. And it's Morris in a small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Pistons have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. The quick look, no good that time. The Thunder leading by 11. Rebound, Andre Drummond.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never get
Both teams on the backboard, and you can see it showing up in terms of points off those second chance opportunities.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Outside Durant. He kicks it to Robertson. No good on the 3.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Can't get it to go. Ibaka with some nice D.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. The Thunder making the shot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams.
Nick Collison.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Here's a chance to take a look at the Pistons and how they rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in rebounding, 4th in second chance points, and they're among the NBA's most opportunistic teams. I mean, in terms of scoring points off turnovers, they've carved out a spot in the top 5 in the league.
And you look at their ferocious rebounding. They're imposing their will, and you can see the results. Their physicality is yielding tremendous dividends.
Now here's Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Durant for 3. Offensive rebound. And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City.